Okay, this weekend for homework, what you're going to do is your hands-on equations homework. It's called Balancing Equations 2. I have sent home little squares of numbers and little pictures that look like ponds. So what I want you to do is use those when you complete this homework. What I'm going to use is the actual hands-on equations kit. Okay, so the first question, what you're doing is you're going to solve for x. Okay, the triangles represent ponds. Okay, so number 1 says 2x, so put 2x on one side, plus 6, so put 6 on the other side, plus x, or equals, sorry, x plus 12. Okay? So x plus 12. And I have my numbers facing you so that you can see them. First thing that we are going to do is you have two x's. You have an x on one side and you have an x on the other side, so you know you can take those down. So go ahead and take those down. What you're going to ask yourself is x plus 6 equals 12. So what plus 6 equals 12? Your answer should be 6. 6 plus 6 equals 12. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to put your x's back up because you know that x equals 6. And on the first question you have to write your equation, and your equation should say 2 and then an x plus 6 equals x plus 12. Okay? And you can just put a 1 and a 2 instead of a 10 and a 2. Just a 1 and a 2, the number 12. And then your pawn equals 6. Let's make sure we're right. 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18. 12 plus 6 equals 18. So we are correct. Number 1, your equation should be 2x plus 6 equals x plus 12, and your pawn should equal 6. We're going to skip number 2. I'm going to have you do that one on your own. If you look down on number 3, you see that big X? That means it's minus. Mrs. Wilson told me that means minus. So clear the board. Use 3x minus an x, so take one off, equals x plus 9. Okay? So we have an x on both sides, so we can take an x down. And then it says x equals 9. Your equation should be 2x, or 3x minus an x equals x plus 9. Okay? So 3x minus an x equals x plus 9. And then we're going to figure out what x is. We took those down. X equals 9. So your pawn equals 9. And you can do number 4 on your own. Moving down to the next section, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do 5 and 6 together. Okay? 5 and 6. So, read each of the equations below, draw the balance to go along with the equation, and find the value of the variable in the equation. So, what we're putting up on our balance is what you need to be drawing. Okay? So it says 2x plus x plus 4. Okay? And then x plus 8. Okay? So on one side you should have 3 x's and a 4, and then on the next one you should have 1x plus an 8. Okay? Our first move that we can do is we can put 1x down. Now, Mrs. Wilson taught you something else where you could subtract the number from the other number. So if I took 4 from this number and I took 4 from 8, that would make this side a 4. Okay, and then it would be x plus x equals 4. So your answer would be 2. If that doesn't make sense, you can keep it in 8. Keep this a 4 and say to yourself, what plus 4 equals 8. You're still probably going to do the same math and subtract 4 from 8 and find out of this 4, and then you're going to do 2 plus 2 would equal 4. So x equals 2. That's what you need to write down. Let's check it and make sure we're correct. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 4 is 10, and then 8 plus 2 is 10. Okay? So x should be 2. We got 10 on both sides, so we know we're correct. Let's go ahead. Let's skip to number 7 because there is a subtraction problem in there. So we would have 4x then we minus an x plus a 3 equals x plus, we'll do 17 like this. Okay? So our first move is take down our x's. So we have what plus 3 equals 17. If you know that 3 minus 17 is 14, you can do it that way and then find what plus what equals 14. Okay, what plus what equals 14, that should be 7. X should be 7 if you bring your numbers back up, or all of your pawns back up. Add it. 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 7 is 21, plus 3 is 24. Then you do 17 plus 7, which would be 24. Okay, so 24 equals 24. Okay, number 9, when you have that 2 and then the parentheses, make sure you do 2 groups of x plus 4. So you do x plus 4 and then x plus 4. You need 2 groups, okay, because there's a 2 in front of the parentheses. So that's what you do on 9 and 10. All right? Good luck on your homework, and I will see you on Monday.